So, my name is Brayden, and this is my first year doing 30-hour famine. And doing this experience going through this will change your point of view of how you see the world, basically. Like, like when you get to eat, like something, like when you go home and you get to eat something, you know it's going to be there. But other people in third world countries, they don't know that. They don't know when their next meal is going to be, or their next they'll get clean water, or when they'll get their next checkup or anything. And it just makes me feel sad to know that some people don't get to do the things that we do.
Well, this is my 4th year to do this. And I think every year it just makes me realize how much I take everything for granted. Like food in school, and pretty much everything else that I get to do. And I just realize how blessed I am and how blessed we are here and how much we really need to help the people that are out in the impoverished countries, and they would die to get to go to school for a day, and I'm like, kill me now when I'm going to school for a day. And it just makes me realize I need to get a better attitude, which I still haven't gotten. I need to work on that. But it just makes me realize that I need to help share the blessings.
Hi, I'm Hayden, and we're recording about the 30-hour famine.
I'm Peyton.
Okay, first question, please. What would you like people to know about the 30-hour famine? Well, it's
fun. You starve.
I know you do. You starve a lot, and it makes you think about how the people in Haiti feel, even though it's not as long as they suffer without food.
And we take stuff for granted all the time, and we have all this stuff and they don't have any. 4th question. Did you really think that people live the ways that we have learned about this weekend?
Well, yeah, kind of, but not that bad.
Because they have it way worse. Because at least we get sleeping bags and juice and stuff. They don't get nothing except for dirty water. And they get cold showers. They don't even get showers. You feel hungry? How does it make you feel to know that people go a very long time without eating?
Oh.
They probably go about 2 or 3 days without eating, and then some starve to death.
It makes me feel sad for all the people.
Because I'm hungry right now. It hasn't even been
Haiti.
30 hours yet.
I know, me too. What do we say now?
Well, 30-hour famine is pretty fun.
Okay, bye.
It's a good experience. Bye.
So, we're here at the 30-hour famine. Always kind of cool. I'm really hungry and really tired. More so than normal. I don't know whether. So the first question down here says, when you feel hungry, how does it make you feel to know that people go a very long time without eating? It makes me really sad. I know that's kind of a generic answer, but to just know that people don't have access to what we do, it's mind-boggling. And to think also that most people in our country and many others like it, go on every single day just eating and eating and other things, not just necessarily food and water, but don't realize how lucky they are. I mean, so many are ignorant or unaware, and like Doug said, ignorance is bliss, but now we know that we got to do something about it. It says, do you really think that people lived the ways that we have learned about this weekend? Yes, I do. I mean, it's shocking. We learn about it every year in a different place, but I mean, there's tons of places that are exactly like Haiti, or Ethiopia, which we've done before, or Brazil, Indonesia, all those places that we've done the 30-hour famine with before. And it says, do you feel spoiled, or do you feel bad for taking stuff for granted? Oh my gosh, yes, I feel spoiled. We are all beyond lucky, not even realizing. I mean, just even the essentials. We have so much of, like Doug was saying earlier, we have we spend $10 a meal on food. People in other parts of the world spend $10 a week, and it's just to think that they can live off of so little. I mean, I almost wish that we could not live more like them, but live less and give more to them, which is what we've been learning about and what we've all been raising money to do. What would you like people to know about the 30-hour famine? My biggest thing, I want people to know that it's not a game. Like, I mean, I know we play Tribe and that we play around and all the games that work raise awareness, but that's exactly what they do. They raise awareness, and that to some people, this is not a game. They don't have these things, or they have the diseases that we're learning about, or they go without food, and to them, we just have to fast for 30 hours. They fast forever. I mean, food is a privilege for them. And
their water, like we learned today about their water and how they have to drink from the water they bathe in, and that's just, I can't even fathom that. That is the 30-hour famine. Well, I think it is a great experience for anybody, and really, because it's just a really great time to get to come closer to God, and He wants us to be His hands and feet in the world, and we're supposed to help the hungry and the needy and the orphaned and the widowed. And I know that we, especially as Americans, tend to forget it's not all about us, and we're so spoiled, unbelievably spoiled. It's ridiculous how spoiled we are. I know I'm spoiled. Kind of makes you feel blessed, but also kind of selfish, because we have all this stuff, and it's God's stuff, and we should be sharing it with the world. The 30-hour famine. Well, I think it is a great experience for anybody, and really, because it's just a really great time to get to come closer to God, and He wants us to be His hands and feet in the world, and we're supposed to help the hungry and the needy and the orphaned and the widowed. And I know that we, especially as Americans, tend to forget it's not all about us, and we're so spoiled, unbelievably spoiled. It's ridiculous how spoiled we are. I know I'm spoiled. Kind of makes you feel blessed, but also kind of selfish, because we have all this stuff, and it's God's stuff, and we should be sharing it with the world. It's a big world, and we just forget so much that there are other people in there besides what we see. And I mean, they live on the ground, like we're living in cardboard boxes, for one night, and we have blankets and stuff. Some of them don't even have blankets, probably a lot of them, and they're kids, and I don't even understand how kids can go through. What have you learned that you can do to help spread the blessings you have? Well, one day I hope I can sponsor a kid, and I need to start donating money, because I do have a job, and I kind of, take that for granted too, that I actually have a chance to work, and I don't even work that hard. They're being sold into slavery. And
what have you learned that you can do to help spread the blessing you have?
Like not make my parents spend any money on me, and like make them send it to Haiti and stuff, so they can have like a bigger school.
When you feel hungry, how does it make you feel to know that people go a very long time without eating?
It makes me feel sad.
They're outside during all of this.
And then we have juice, and they got dirty water.
They have water.
And some of that's not even good water.
And they don't have a choice. It's whatever they have. I'm glad that I'm where I am, but I definitely feel that I should help in some way. And there's not much.
This 30-hour famine is really an eye-opener for everybody. I think everybody should do it. It's a really good experience.
I'd say I definitely feel spoiled, just because I know how many things that I have that are unnecessary to have, how many things that are absolutely without any doubt unnecessary to have in order to live. So many things like a phone, truck, money to go to Sonic and buy food that we don't really need. I think it's stuff like that that we definitely take for granted, and our education we take for granted too. We know that a lot of us don't like going to school. A lot of us think school is something that the government demands us to do, which it is, but it's also a privilege to be able to do. It's a privilege to be able to be demanded to go to school. It's really sad that people have to live in the ways that they do, living on less than $2 a day. Many of them around $1.25 a day. That's just outrageous. I can go to the store and in the morning before school even starts and buy over $2 worth of stuff just for a little snack before school, and then $2 for a lunch that we complain about at school. Just for us, it's not a great lunch, but for some other people, it'd be an amazing lunch. And so, I think that's about it. And I really think that it's sad that they have to struggle for water like they do. We can just get faucet water, we can get Cokes that are bad for us, we can get bottled water, and I just keep going back to the water thing in my mind. We have so many different options of water, whether that be bottled or out of the faucet, or even going to the pond, and that'd be cleaner water than what some of those people have to drink. I just think it's pretty sad that we can't be satisfied with even the lowest quality water that we're available to. And here are drinking water that will make them really sick. But it's definitely gonna make me think of how and what I complain about, and make me not want to be so whiny about things that are so small.